Welcome to Romancing the Dungeon, a soft-core Dungeons & Dragons podcast. I almost said pisscast. I have no idea why.
Sure, that's not foreshadowing at all.
It's totally soft-core in my book.
It's like the opposite of softcore.
While everyone... I'm going to have to just do the intro. Welcome to Romancing the Dungeon, a soft-core Dungeons & Dragons podcast. While everyone else is looking for glory, treasure and power, our adventurers are on the greatest quest of all, to find true love. So join Thane, Fia, Nathaniel and Hephaestus as they put their hearts on the line. Last time in Romancing the Dungeon.
So we made our way out of the cave, but I did kind of hear Thane kind of talking to himself, or talking at someone. I couldn't make it out really, but he seemed very angry. We kind of moved on from it though, because we decided to head back towards Sop's house to get some money and also to find out what the hell these tramp stamps are on our bodies. So we made his way to his house. We all kind of searching around the place, and Nate got a little bit too method about it. He decided to shed his own clothes, wrap one of Sop's dirty, greasy bed towels or linen around him, and started wandering around the place saying, "I'm a greasy little peanut, I'm a greasy little peanut." But it seemed to work out because he found this book that seemed to have a lot of information about Adana, the love god who has marked us all, even though I can't read an absolute word of it. We did find out that it was written by this guy. Written by this guy, Asmodean. And it was stamped with a Tahiran library stamp, so maybe that might lead to something.
Tezrab,
sorry.
I got the notes.
Sorry, auto spell.
You said Tehran. Yeah, the library's in Tehran, guys.
Yeah. Just get a quick flight from
India. By a library
India.
in Tezrab. Anyway, we stayed in the house for a while, but Nate seemed to wander off somewhere. He's a bit of a weird guy though, so we didn't really care. Kind of started divvying up the money between ourselves and seeing what we could try and find in this book, when all of a sudden this group of mercenaries came into the house. Thane seemed to know them though, but they did not seem happy to see him.
Wow. That's kind of where that was going. Like, it was. They didn't sure seem happy to see him. How them Dukes of Hazzard going to get out of this trouble?
Just cut to us all shrugging.
Are you lonely, miserable, or horny? Well, you've taken the first step to solving your problems. At least your dating ones. Welcome to D8. Devoted, desired, dreamy or dirty. Dapper dates for dejected daters. My name is Roz Greypurse, founder, CEO, love wizard, and the woman that always wants to speak to your manager. To get started, please fill out the attached questionnaire. Question 4. What's the first thing you notice about a potential lover?
The first thing I notice, well, that's easy. How gullible they are. No, I kid. Nice hair and how much they're willing to pay attention to me.
First thing I notice, well, it's not really something physical about them. It would just be this instant spark, this burning flame of desire between us. I need to be beside each other. There'd just be this speaking of souls across the way towards each other before we'd even ever really notice anything like that.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another edition of Thane's Tidbits. Here in episode 4, we're going to be talking about what I first noticed in a romantic partner. Now, if you remember the last Thane's Tidbits, I tend to get stabbed on first dates, so naturally the first thing I do notice about a potential romantic partner is any small knives on their person, if they're carrying large weapons, perhaps they're magically inclined, do they have their teeth filed down to fangs? That's kind of the top 3 that you always got to look out for, and take it from me, you do want to look out for the fangs, because no one checks the teeth until they get you. Thanks for listening to Thane's Tidbits.
Well, generally speaking, I tend to zone in on any sort of insecurity, whether it's a unibrow, a crooked tooth, just, anything that I can use against them if they get a bit too uppity.
I went from the last episode wanting to date him after your description of an ideal first date to now wanting to actually punch him in the throat. Do you understand my problem?
It's push and pull.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, God.
What a diverse array of different interests. You are all amazing, unique people. And I'm sure there's someone out there for all of you. And in some cases, a restraining order. We've actually forgotten to divvy up a bit of experience here and there. So we were supposed to do it in the last episode. We've had... Oh, if you really like Dungeons and Dragons combat podcasts, you are going to really hate this one because we've only fought once. 4 episodes, 1 bit of combat. So hopefully you're sticking around for the dick jokes. Gotta love the dick.
We certainly do.
We do. We're all aficionados.
Yeah.
Sorry, Amber. Sorry for outing you as well, Amber.
No.
Sorry, I've lost my train of thought. I think about his dicks. So experience. So the way our experience system is working is basically I just give you whatever experience I feel like giving you, and then we also divvy out the experience from beating up some bad guys or good guys or innocent NPCs.
That tracks.
So in the first 2 episodes, you guys pulled in a lovely total of 300 experience points. So that's from role-playing, and again another 100 from episode 3. So that's a whopping total of 400 XP in 3 episodes. So well done, you guys.
Wow.
And this is episode 4. Everything is glowing with white light. Before you in this sort of seamlessly... You know that tunnel in Harry Potter? That. Except there's an altar, and Dumbledore isn't there, and there's also not a naked Voldemort.
That's no fun.
Yeah, sorry. That is there as well. That's happening beside you. It's a separate dream sequence. But we're on a budget here, so we have to kind of lump that in a bit. We don't have the green screen effect. Everything is glowing kind of white. It's that sort of ethereal, heavenly, divine glow, and everything is radiating. And you can make out, the pews, you can make out the altar, you can make out the trebuchets. The trebuchets? You can make out those. That word I just used there. You can make out all those things in this grand cathedral that you're standing in. And all around you, this completely serene music just bellows as in one corner of this miraculous dream church, you see all your old bandmates together and they don't hate you. And they're playing this music out because it's for you and it's about love, and your friends that you imagine are there as well, and your family that didn't disown you are there as well, and everything is just perfect. And coming down the aisle is this absolutely stunning, smoking hot babe. And the dress it's kind of rock chic. It's short. It's kind of punk, but she's not walking down this aisle. She's strutting down this aisle to this music, and everything about this is some really awful 80s trashy music video vibe going from it. Like it's and you're wearing white too, because why not? And
why can't it be about me?
Exactly, it's your wedding day. God damn it!
It's my day.
The bride eventually comes to a stop across from you, and you see again her face is completely covered by this veil. Kind of in between the two of you appears Father Sops, very much alive and very much happy to be so. He begins to recite some sermon and passages from various different texts and tomes about the holiness of matrimony and how complete the circle is, and the circle is the perfect shape, and it's all utterly boring. And as your mind begins to wander, this is not how it's supposed to be. This is not what love is. You just exclaim, "I do." And then as those words just burst forth from you, you take your bride in your arms and you whip the veil away from her face. And what greets you is this old woman with deep set wrinkles, heavy red lipstick seeping into the cracks in her lip. Parts of it have stained her teeth. She's wearing heavy blue eyeshadow. Her hair is thin and wisped up to kind of cover parts of it that are balding or have fallen out. And there are very, very wrinkled, decaying blue flowers kind of just prized into it. And her eyes are completely and totally fixed on you. And there is sort of an effervescence about them, a twinkling in them, but you're not sure if it's love or glaucoma. And
her eyelashes flutter, or again, she could possibly be having a stroke. She purses her lips, and as hard as you try to push her away from you, she leans in, and the last thing you remember, other than her lipstick-stained teeth, are her cold, damp lips pressing against yours.
Oh,
And
no.
you snap awake.
Oh.
You find yourself lying in a rather small cot, wrapped in a blanket. Your head is throbbing. It looks to be kind of late afternoon, early evening, and you hear some rustling in the room outside.
Am I clothed?
No, you are you are wrapped in a sheet, sort of seductively, like.
Oh no.
Your hand feels really heavy, like burdened, as if something has trapped you or bound you almost. And it's throbbing a little bit. And as you stare down at it, you see this over-embellished, ornate gold band just wedged onto your ring finger.
Oh. Okay. I need to look around for my clothes.
Give me a perception check.
Okay. That would be 15.
Oh, we are rolling way better than the last episode, thank God.
Yes.
In a corner, you see your clothes have been sort of, well, your undershirt is thrown over a chair which has fallen aside. There's a boot that seems to have knocked over a wash basin, now sitting kind of half soaked with some water tapping against it. You can't really see your underpants. Your actual pants are thrown over the top of a cupboard. Yeah, your clothes are everywhere, and there's women's clothes everywhere as well.
Okay, well, as gingerly as I possibly can, I'm going to get all my clothes and put them on. Whatever I can find, just get it on.
Now, when you say gingerly,
Yes.
do you mean stealthily?
Like, yeah, I don't want to be heard.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
Cool. Oof. Cool. That's 9. No, 9.
It's that sort of like you bend down. You're like, I'm not going to make any noise. I am a leaf on the wind, and then your arse bangs into the chest of drawers and it sends racing over. There's a cat somewhere, and you've stepped on it, and yeah, every noise that you possibly could have made, you now make. In your desperate attempt to not make noise, it's that sort of. I'm going to creep in while my other half's sleeping, and I've been out on the piss all night, and then you're like, I am so quiet, and they're just staring at you with utter rage. The second you hear the rustling in the kitchen stop, and everything just is silent.
I also freeze.
The doorknob turns very, very slowly.
I run at the door and hold it closed.
Okay, give me a strength check.
Oh, that is a 16.
Why am I rolling strength for this old lady? But here we go. I mean, lady. That would be a 2, which is probably the amount of strength she has in her body. Yeah, you just wedge yourself against the door, putting way more muscle into it than you needed to, but the door doesn't even kind of like push against it. You just hear kind of a frail old voice just kind of whimper from behind. My love, is that you?
No.
Oh, darling. Games on our wedding day. Oh, jolly merriment. I have prepared some lunch for us. If you would dare to have it with me out on the veranda.
I would love nothing more. Go downstairs and I will join you shortly.
Oh, I'm utterly titillated with the idea of it. Oh, I will see you in a moment. And you hear footsteps just kind of like, I would say pitter-patter, but she's so frail, they just ghost, like, down the hallway.
Okay, I am going to put all my clothes on in a regular fashion that doesn't require a roll.
Non-gingerly roll.
Yes. I am going to, just while I'm here and while she knows I'm here and she knows I'm up, I'm just going to have a little look around the place, see if I can find anything of interest.
You can give me an investigation check.
That is a 20, unnatural.
Okay. You're kind of like, you're looking in the odd cupboard. It's weird. The first cupboard that you, or dresser that you open, it's the clothes are definitely not the clothes that any of the girls that you would ever take home would be wearing. But there's two types. There's sort of frumpy old kind of housemaid, like penny apron,
tattered old blouse sort of thing, work overalls, nothing kind of fancy. And then there's like overly garish, these were hip 40 years ago kind of gowns hanging, and they don't even match in terms of sizes. Like one would definitely fit a shorter, more stout, curvy woman, whereas the gowns are very slim and corseted. So this is odd. They don't match. One looks very expensive. One looks like it was made from like dirt. Like,
Just as a quick aside, is this in any way inspired by that episode of Misfits?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
That's fine then. That's fine. Let's move on.
I mean, I know what Misfits is. I don't
There's an episode in the first season of Misfits with Robert Sheehan, and they all have like superpowers.
Yeah.
And basically he gets seduced by this woman, she goes home with it, and then it turns out that
yeah.
it's an
Oh,
old
wow.
woman with the
Oh
power
my
to
God.
turn herself young. Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
And I'll be cutting this part from the podcast.
Okay,
That
okay.
Robert Sheehan. And your lawyers.
Okay, cool. So just clothes. Okay. I'm going to go to the window and just have a little look out. Am I sort of up a story on
No,
ground floor?
it's like the ground is like right there. It's a very low window and everything.
Well, in that case, I open the window and I sneak out.
Okay, give me another stealth check.
That is a 16.
Okay, you just push the window open and you step out, one foot out onto the gravel, and you're like, oh, gravel crunches, and then the other foot goes out, and then you're out, and you're looking around, and all you can see kind of against what you're looking is like the edge of a forest. There's a small little plot of land that has a few potato plants growing. There's you hear the odd sound of a chicken. It's weird. It's late afternoon, early evening almost, and when you left Herb or when you went to the Prancing Mule, it was just kind of early morning. So about 8 or 9 hours have passed and you don't remember a goddamn thing.
Okay, I need to get my bearings. I don't recognize a single thing.
Yeah.
Do I find any sort of like clearing where like a path has maybe been walked or...
No, there is around you, because obviously this is the back of the house, so there's a few bits and pieces of a path to the left and a path to the right, but chances are they're circling around the house where people have walked over, to go to the garden or to go to the front or what's up. But you're at the back of the house and you don't see any other dwellings around you.
Yes, okay. I think I'm just going to like walk just forward and
into
just
the woods.
keep going till I can find some sort of something.
So you cross the tree line and you start to wander into the woods. You just hear a voice just kind of calling out, Natesy Poo. But it's old and withered and is just kind of getting drifting on the wind, and it hurts your ears. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh, that would be a 6.
Roll a d4 for psychic damage.
Cool. That's a 3.
You feel a searing pain erupt at the base of your back, just above your butt, almost as if someone has whipped you with thorns. But it's not a physical pain you feel anymore. It's sort of a body soul type thing, as your mind is lashed and your heart stings. We cut back to an hour or two earlier. Thane has just stepped out into the corridor to be greeted by Nana, Rash, and now Sykes. Nana has dropped her hammer, is still holding it, and has just sort of declared her companions to follow her or to come out and see what she has found. If you ain't a sight for sore eyes.
I was really just going to say the same thing about you. And you as well, Sykes, but to a lesser extent.
He just nods. She's not let go of the hammer, but she runs towards you and she just kind of clasps both arms around you, and as she does, the hammer kind of bashes into kind of a grandfather clock that's down there, and she's completely smashed it. It's just in smithereens, and like as soon as she runs up to you, so does Rash, and Rash just like you feel everything kind of shake and just move. You're feeling the stuff in the kitchen is kind of rattling. You've still got one leg out the door, or out the window rather.
Yeah.
But yeah, and he just like, she's throwing her arms around you, and immediately he's up on top of both of you and he's over you, and it's just like bleh.
This hug from Nana is good. Getting to pet Rash, this is great. I'm loving this. Just petting him a lot.
Who doesn't love to pet Rash?
No one. Everyone. I don't know.
Or wonder where his name came from.
Yeah.
And immediately you feel his raspy tongue kind of just lick straight into your head.
Okay, Rash. Okay.
And there he is. There's a trailer just sliding.
That was lovely.
But his tail is wagging, and so is his butt. And then he starts kind of scratching at the smashed up grandfather clock. And Nana takes a step back, and Sykes kind of steps up to you as well. Just his arms kind of just folded. What are you doing here?
Well, I'm not here praying. What are you guys doing here?
Oh, we've got a job. So Sykes got a job, and we've come here, and and now we've run into you. What are the chances of this?
Well, we were just finishing
And
a
then she starts
job.
kind of elbowing Sykes. Like, what are the chances? And she's just kind of elbowing him like.
It's so crazy. It's a small, painfully small world. What's your job? Ransacking a rectory?
No. We're looking for some lost old broad. Come on, let's sit down. Like, clearly you're renting this place. Let's go and have a drink. Come on. We'll go and
I'll tell you this for nothing. There's no drinks in here. We've been here a while. We're minding it for the priest in town, Sops. Don't know if you know him.
Yeah, Father Sops.
Yeah, nice guy. Bit weird, bit greasy,
Yeah.
but we
Almost peanut-like, you would say.
yeah, an old peanut.
An old greasy peanut.
An unloved-
That's how Sykes always describes him, don't you, Sykes? And, like, she's just kind of punching him in the chest, and he's not like his.
Yeah, Sykes, you do say that. Yeah. Listen, I have a few friends in the kitchen. You want to meet them?
Oh yeah, come on. Any friend of yours is a friend of ours, or at least an
Acquaintance? Yeah, something
I
like
take my
that.
leg back in from the window.
Okay. Well, as you're doing that, as sort of they come in, and it's like, I'm just exercising.
Yeah.
And yeah, you see this dwarven woman, well built, bright red hair, kind of pulled up into this kind of small little ponytail. She steps in and she immediately puts the hammer down on a dresser, and the kind of the delf that was sitting in it all kind of rattle. And then in comes bounding this dog, who's like immediately got his face into like a sack of spuds, and he's just and standing, kind of leaning against the door frame, is this sort of angsty half orc wrapped in kind of tan and brown leather. There is a crossbow on his side, on his right side, and a short sword on his left. He's just kind of leaning against it, his arms just folds, and he just kind of nods at the two of you.
So you said you were looking for, by the way, everyone, this is Sykes and Nana. Nana, this is Hephaestus and Fia. They just helped me on our last job, and it went really well, right, guys?
Oh, look at you. Look at you making friends.
Yeah, thanks. So what's this old broad you're looking for?
Some rich stuff's gone and lost his sister, and he's paying well. Don't get me wrong, he's paying well. He's paying real well. But we just gotta find her and bring her back.
What's her name?
Why do you want to know?
Because maybe we know her and we could help you. Many hands make short work.
Many hands also means smaller payouts. So.
Oh, we won't take any of your money. We're friends. Friends don't take each other's money.
All right then.
Yeah. You know me, Nana. Come on, I don't care about
I
money.
do know you, and that's why I'm a little apprehensive, to be honest.
I don't.
Why am I now talking like this?
Suddenly money makes me really angry.
Real rough. I'm not entirely sure, but Eugenia Flatstone.
Eugenia.
Yeah, beautiful name. Just roll. Of the Flatstone family, though. There's
Ring a bell?
money.
Anyone?
Sounds familiar, but I can't place it. I probably ran into her. We've been in town a day or so. The tavern's been.
All we got, old
Going.
broad, blue hair, blue flowers in her hair. That's all we got.
No,
That's
Seen
the
her around?
description.
No.
Sorry. Sure, it's not a Eugene?
No, it's Eugenia.
What a weird name.
Old, rich, white bitch. That's all we got.
Oh, right.
I don't know where the white came in there, but it's there now.
Probably she wears a lot of white,
She's
obviously.
always wearing white.
He's a rich old honky ass bitch. Crack a jack, motherfucker.
Have you asked anywhere else around town about her?
To be honest, we just came in and the pub's empty, so we came over here because the door was open. So
Pub's empty. That's weird.
I mean, is it the barmaid's kind of?
Yeah,
Dead.
there was a lot of people
She's
around,
what?
though.
Oh, yeah, she died. Yeah.
Long story.
There's something going around. Anyway.
and then she kind of covers her hand over her mouth.
Yeah,
There's something going around.
you should be
just
fine.
here?
I don't think it affects dwarves. She was human.
So that's all right then.
Yeah, exactly.
They all- you'll
Was there
always
anyone
catch
around
everything.
town?
Is there what?
Was there anyone around town?
There's a few half-naked people, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah, that tracks. I mean, we're also looking for one of our friends. He just kind of up and left.
Are we looking for him?
I feel like we're not looking for him. We do have to give him his 10 gold pieces.
No. 10. Are you pocketing 5?
No, I feel like we're going to reduce it by how
Chances-
far,
Okay,
how
no,
long
that
he's
I'm into.
gone.
That
you
I'm
know?
into.
Chances are, your man Thane, he's probably pocketing a little bit more than he
Oh.
says he is.
Oh, I'm watching.
And again, she's now kind of like elbow shoving you.
This is complete character assassination, Nana. You know this. Stop making me look bad in front of my new friends.
I like her. I like her. She's good.
Yeah, Nana's...
She's good people. Yeah.
Yeah, good with a hammer and lots of other things. But anyway.
You know, that's all I'm after.
We have to go searching
And she
for.
kind of shimmies her armor. And she goes,
We have to go searching
Nice.
for our friend Nate. Why don't we help each other out and
No, you don't.
look for both?
I mean, if there's coin on the table and you're looking...
We'll give you 5 gold pieces if you help us find Nate.
We'll give you Nate's money.
Yeah, if you help us find Nate, there's
How much is Nate's money?
10 gold pieces, like I just said.
And she kind of... Sykes. And she just looks back over at Sykes and he shakes his head. And just kind of gestures at what would be some sort of watch device on his wrist. But obviously he's not there and he just kind of nods. Time. Sorry, loves. You know, Sykes. One job's enough. But best of luck looking for your mate. And if we... What's he look like?
He's a bard.
He's
half
tall.
elf.
Slimy.
Wears a lot of black,
Looks like an asshole.
but not like an asshole.
No, exactly like an asshole.
And anatomically.
If we see
Yeah.
asshole, if we see an asshole, if we see an asshole wearing all black that's greasy, we'll tell him that yous were looking for him.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, send him back here. But yeah.
Okay. She grabs the hammer and she kind of gives Rash kind of like a tap with her foot. She doesn't kick him, but kind of a tap. And he just turns around and his face is just literally covered in like smushed up raw potato.
He's a little
and he's
mashed
still
potato.
got like 3 or 4 in his mouth. And
I
he's just
love
like,
him.
And there's just puddles of drool just dripping down from his face with chunks of potato in it. And he's just kind of swallowing the rest of the potato. He kind of just plumps and plunders out the door. Rash goes first. Sykes follows after. And I just kind of tips her 2 fingers to you. And it's like, well, lovely running into you again, Thane. And
Yeah, I'll see you
Thane's
when I see
new
you.
friends. Remember, asshole, wearing black, greasy.
That's it.
Got it.
Yeah,
That's-
rich white bitch. Got it.
Got it.
Yeah.
Wearing white.
Yeah,
Of course.
got that part.
Yeah.
Blue flowers in her hair.
Okay,
Got it.
Easy.
They head out. So what you guys are going to look for...
Nate.
Are going to look for Nate?
Yeah. I feel like we should at least go find him, make sure he's not dead, and then if you want him to be dead, Festa, we can beat him up.
Don't play me like that.
So what we're going to do here is they are searching
Yeah.
for Eugenia, and you guys are searching for Nate.
Cool.
So what we're going to have happen is if you guys roll, one of you decides who's going to do kind of tracking will be under survival. One of you's going to roll for that.
I've
And
got a
I'm
plus
gonna roll
5.
for Sykes to do his tracking check as well because he's a tracker. That's what he does,
Sounds good.
and I get advantage because I'm the DM.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, here we
I
go.
need it. That was a 5.
Okay. Yeah, that's 17.
Oh, okay, well, you win because I got a 9. Like, even with his bonuses.
Don't mess with Thane.
Whoopee! Your first port of call is the Prancing Mules, where you would suspect it's the only other place he could possibly be. You get there, and there's people are kind of whispering and talking about the wedding, the wedding of the century.
Do I see my good old friend, Swamp-Eyed Woman in town?
Swamp-Eyed Woman is nowhere to be seen.
I'm sad about that.
I'm just going to kind of walk over to whoever's kind of closest and just ask them, hi, I'm just wondering, sorry to interrupt.
And a guy who just kind of like sits up. He was sitting kind of across a table from you, and he sits up and he leans back, and you can see that he's got a terrible hickey on his neck. And
Gross.
There's kind of his shirt's kind of half ripped open, and he's got what looks to be a very, very brand new, fresh, and definitely infected nipple piercing.
Oh.
Bad life choices.
What wedding are you on about?
Oh, the new barmaid and some slip of a lad.
Was it the bard, the half elf?
No,
bard?
it wasn't the bard. The bard's. Wait, what?
The half elf bard.
I just thought he had really big ears. Like, I don't see race.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, it's just he's our friend. We're trying to find him, and
Would you say he was an asshole dressed in black?
yeah.
That's the guy, yeah. They're getting married.
What?
Up by the fields, near Ella's house.
Okay, I rush back to the other two and tell them, like, guys.
They're,
listen-
okay, the bar is not that big. You don't have to rush anywhere.
Sorry.
I sprint
turn
miles to the others. Across the room.
Yeah.
So I turn to the other two.
Yeah, we did hear that.
Okay, cool. We go.
I don't know where Ella's house is.
Where's Ella's house?
Oh, behind the bar. He just kind of points and like, that way, like in a kind of a circle around, and just like, one finger's kind of lingering, and it's just behind the bar.
Behind the bar.
There's a path. Like, do I have to do everything? Like, this is not my D&D podcast.
All right, go back about your drinks.
I go running out. I am like angry, mumbling, married. Who does he think he is? And like my hands are on fire, but I am running around the back of the tavern and like down whatever path I see.
Yeah, we're running straight after her. Just like, okay, we can't let her get that angry because she might actually kill him.
That's the
Well, there's
plan.
actually little puffs of smoke coming off of her. She's running like this is kind of the
Smoke
spark.
out of the ears.
Yeah.
In case she looks back, keep a smile on your face, okay?
I'm always smiling.
You look back and you just see Thane like,
I roll to smile.
oh,
That is a 10.
it's kind of a just, it's like, you know that,
It's a Mona Lisa smile.
Yeah, it's that. Oh, is it smiling or is his eyes following me around the room? That's what the Mona Lisa does. Sure, I know lots about art and sculptures.
We're
I'm a
cultured.
refined GM.
Yeah, it's not all just dick tug jokes, you know. Yeah.
Sorry,
Jokes
dick
define
tug
art.
jokes.
Is
that what you? Yeah, maybe said.
What did he say?
He said dick tug.
Dick. Oh, that's all I had to dick tug to determine. Or Thane. Who knows?
Listen, that's
They're
what
one
we're-
and the same.
What are we really here
Let
for?
that one slide.
That's after the podcast. I told you to wait.
Listen, Nate,
Jeez.
I never let a dick tug slide. Anyway,
Yeah, you're running down the path,
Yeah.
and immediately you can see just like, there's a small little cottage in the distance. And as it gets closer, Hephaestus, give me a perception check.
Ooh, natural 20.
Oh yeah, you see him straight away. You'd recognize
Yeah,
that. You'd recognize that tall, lanky, scrawny ass slinking away from a situation anywhere. And you see, again, dressed in black, you see Nate disappearing into the woods from the back of the cottage. At the front of the cottage, the rest of you now see this woman sitting there with a parasol, kind of protecting her from the late afternoon sun. There is a small little platter of very badly made sandwiches that have been like pressed a little too much, and the butter's kind of
no.
slipped out, and there's a bit of ham sticking out, and they're all kind of crudely cut into what you thought were triangles, but it's
bless
like
her.
half a triangle, half a square type thing happening. She's never made a sandwich before in her life, but she tried,
no.
goddammit. And she used lard because it wasn't butter. She thought it was the same thing.
no.
So she's sitting there at the table as you kind of approach, and she's like, "Good day to you, fine people of Herb. How lovely it is that you would visit us on this day. Would you please join us? My husband and I are about to have tea on the veranda." And you look around, and it's basically a dirt yard with a stump and a slightly bigger stump that she's got the sandwiches sitting on.
I kind of just lean over to Festa and like, do you want to take this or will I take this?
Husband,
I'll let you take
that
this.
slimy rat. And I just deviate and start beelining towards Nate.
Okay, you're heading towards the
Yeah.
woods. Okay.
I'd love a sandwich.
Excuse me, I'm going to follow my friend here.
Okay,
Just to make sure
so-
she's okay.
Hephaestus and Fia, you're giving chase. You run into the woods.
I'm having a sandwich.
You're having a sandwich. You sit down. There's no other stump to sit on. You're kind of sitting on the ground, and you take the sandwich.
I take a knee, like I'm kind of just
Oh,
like,
yeah,
you know,
okay.
hey, how's it
You take a
going?
knee. Oh, two proposals on the one day. It's just, my heart's already aflutter. I must say no to you. I'm a married woman now.
Oh, I clearly came a day late, but that's fine.
Oh, fiddlesticks. So, she's just very like this woman is the definition of frazzled.
No.
But you can see there's something kind of sweet about her. There's something kind of innocent about her, even though she's definitely pushing her like late 50s, early 60s. Give me a intelligence check.
Cool.
Age is only a number anyway.
And he's trying to count that number.
Natural 20.
Oh, okay.
wow.
Yeah, you recognize her as Eugenia Flatstum, heiress to the Flatstum fortune.
Do I just immediately see her and go like, wow, white bitch? White, sorry. White rich bitch.
Yeah, you're saying privilege just oozing out of her. You've seen.
I feel bad about that.
You've seen portraits of her in some of the more prolific spaces in Tezrab. The Flatstums have donated to hospitals and schools and gardens and libraries. They own a lot of the land outlying the city of Tezrab. Probably own some of the farms here. Eugenia is kind of she's a bit eccentric. She's She's known as the Black Widow, or the Black would-be widow, because she's never been married. But anyone that kind of comes near her usually meets some sort of misfortune. So the stories or the legends go.
All that gossip.
Yeah.
Are the Flatstones of like good stock, or are they kind of like ringing people for all they've got?
Give me a wisdom, because that you're trying to recall that. 'Cause
Okay.
there's something there. There's something at the fringes of your memory that you're like, didn't I know something else?
Wisdom 19.
She's lovely, but her brother runs the business. You can't quite place his name, but he's a bit of a weasel. Eugenia is eccentric. She's one of these eccentric millionaires who it's like money just she doesn't even know what it means.
She's chaotic good, like she just
Yeah, and she just gives it. She doesn't understand it, so she's like, oh, whatever. Of course you could have a library.
knowing this and now being down on my need, just to be at kind of I feel like eye level to talk to her since she's sitting on a stump. I present her whatever holy symbol I have in my pack, and I'm just kind of like, it's a small gift of a citizen of Herb to you on your wedding day. Congratulations.
Oh my, I feel overcome with your generosity.
Well, the gods bless every wedding and every night of a wedding and everything in between.
Day, and I'm surrounded by such wonderful common people, and my husband will be here in a moment.
I'm just eating the sandwich while she was talking. Like, yeah. Who's your husband?
Nathaniel, he is an instrument of the muses.
Oh God, Nathaniel Obsidian McKnight.
You know of him?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, how did you lock that babe down? He's a free agent. Nothing's gonna clamp him. You better watch out.
True love.
Is it?
True love.
Wow,
in its purest form.
He never mentioned you.
Our romance was a secret.
See, we woke up last morning, just sore and sweaty and tired from just a really long night together. Different bed though. And he didn't say anything about you. I didn't realize there's a kind of open relationship.
I suppose he was getting it out of his system before he gave himself to me truly. And we'll cut from there before she goes for you.
The holy symbol didn't like burn her flesh or anything, did it?
No.
Ah, fuck's sake.
Okay, we cut to Hephaestus, Thea, and Nathaniel, who is... you're not, sprinting out of the woods or anything like that, but you're trying to follow the tree line and you're looking for, and you can see Herb, but you're like, I'm just gonna get away from the house as much as I can without being seen by old lady, who you've not actually seen, by the way. You've no idea what she looks like. You round over and barreling and fuming towards you, you spy Hephaestus with Thea bringing up the rear.
Okay, I shall cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on Hephaestus.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
It was a 12. It's 11.
My spell DC is 13.
Oh.
The second, because you spot, he's literally, his shoulders are like exposed from the tree. Like, it's just like, I'm hiding and no one can see me. He's hiding behind like a tiny, tiny little spruce. A spruceling. He turns to have a look to see who's coming, and he sees you and you see him, and the fury doesn't go away. It's not gone, but just kind of, it forces itself out of your throat. It's just this bellowing laughter. You fall to your knees and you're gasping for air and you're just choking on laughter. And you, Fia, can see this.
Nate, what are you doing? Come here.
I just leg it.
You want to keep running your
You're
still heading in the same direction you were going.
Oh, I boot it.
Okay, I boot after him.
A crossbow bolt, just as you take a step, a crossbow bolt hits a tree. Oh, I don't think that was her. Sorry. And like kind of just out of the tree line, you can see this short dwarf woman with a hammer, a dog kind of bounding towards you, kind of. Why did I make that noise? I could just put that in as a thing.
No.
Keep it.
No.
It's not going to be as good as what you just did.
And give me a perception check just to see if you can spot.
14.
No, you can see she's talking to somebody now, but the dog is still running towards you. It's growling, but it's more like howling that it's caught the scent.
Have I caught up to him?
Yeah, you were there, and
okay.
You're still on the ground laughing.
Yep.
Okay, so do I see them running towards him?
Yeah, you
okay,
recognize.
So I recognize him.
Yeah.
And I just kind of shout, Rash!
Give me a charisma.
Oh,
3.
No, he just smells. He just smells the woman that he's supposed to find, and he just kind of bounds into you, and he just knocks you over. You take 1 damage. He just barrels into you, and immediately he's on top of you, like his front paws are pinning you in place.
okay.
And he's just
Is he drooling a lot?
a lot, and he's
Yeah.
sniffing everything. Like his nose
Drool.
is crotch deep. Yeah, like he's like
Oh, yeah. Suffer.
I'm
howling away.
I am as still as possible.
Okay.
Nana, I don't think this is a woman you're looking for. This is our friend Nate.
Well, it seems that your friend Nate knows the woman that we're looking for.
Nate?
Who?
Eugenia Falston.
Nope, never heard of her.
Rash picked up her scent, and she definitely picked it up off of you.
Me?
Today?
As if.
What about the woman up at the house that Thane's with?
Sorry, what house?
There's a house just over there. Thane's entertaining some old woman.
Oh. All right, Rash, come here, boy. And Rash is kind of like he unburies his head from your crotch. Your crotch is now soaked in dog drool. Lots of it.
Please,
It looks like
you're
you
not
weed
having a
yourself.
good time.
No. Many a fluid.
They start to run in the direction that you pointed at, and immediately, kind of out of the thick of the trees and the brush, you see a half-orc man just step, and he kind of just places a short crossbow on his side, and he kind of starts to run in the direction of the house as well.
Nate, what the hell is going on?
Nothing. I don't know what.
I stand up and lock eyes with Nate. Husband?
Pretty funny, huh?
No! And I shoot like a fireball
At him?
next to him.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not trying. At his feet. I don't mind if his shoes get singed.
okay. So, yeah,
So that's just a cantrip.
kind of a small little hail of fire or sparks just kind of flip out from her hand, and they strike the ground and your boots. Yeah, it's hot and it stings. Like a few bits of it kind of catch your any open skin or revealed skin.
What are you doing?
I'm going to be very honest with you right now and tell you that I don't know.
So you're kind of running away from the situation?
This is what he does. Every time.
Thane, behind you, you hear the approach of a very loud Rash and Nana and Sykes.
Cool. Before I turn around, I say to Eugenia, I was like, listen, I don't mean to alarm you, but there are people who are out looking for you because you've run away from home, I heard.
I am a woman of a certain age. I didn't run away from home. I simply do not wish to. I told Norris that I really did not want to go to the convent. I'm a woman in her prime.
You're definitely both on all of these things, but they don't see it that way. And
Well, you must tell them. You must tell them that I am a married woman now, and I will be with my husband, and they can speak to him if they wish to take me away.
well, he's not here, is he? He'd be out here with you if he was.
He's in the house. I'll go get him. You hold them, and I'll go get them.
All right. One more thing, Eugenia. I don't work for free, so
That's fine. I'm a woman of means, and I have a man now that'll take care of me as well. Even if I am cut off, who cares?
Exactly.
Nathaniel has told me about all the songs that he's written and all the money that he has made in all his letters. So who cares? Money is just trivial.
that's great. You go in and find him.
And she kind of she runs into the house, kind of pulling up her dress in that sort of like huff kind of way, and all kind of, oh my god, I've got to get her. Nana approaches and
We keep running into each other, huh?
We really do.
It's a funny day for that, isn't it?
Really is. Now,
What brings you out here? Looking for new real estate?
no, I am looking for the woman that you are quite
Rich white bitch. Yeah, she's inside. Yeah.
Yeah, she is. So if you could just move your leaning to the other side.
No, it's fine because we actually found her. So I think by the code and by the way this stuff works, last I checked, you were people of honor. It's my find.
See,
You might have been put on the job, but you done goofed it.
we didn't goof anything, but you are correct. Sykes and I are definitely people. Why have I now got an Irish accent?
She's a tricksy one, that Nana.
She's a well-travelled woman. You make a very, very good point. It's just that Sykes and I are good people, but Rash here, he's not people at all. And immediately Rash just goes straight down and is just growling. And fangs are bared and the drool is...
All right, Rash, cut it off. We don't have any time for this.
No, you're a little bit away.
Look, guys, we've done jobs before. I know you guys. There's no need for all this kind of standing on ceremony.
You hear a kind of a crash inside. Courtesy's sake, I'm going to give you to the count of 3, Thane, and then...
Then you can keep counting as long as you want, but you messed up
1.
your job. All right, keep counting.
2,
I draw my weapons.
3. Rash, sick him. He lunges straight at you with his jaws wide open. He's not... Yeah, he knows you. He's just going to go for a leg.
You know,
He's going to go for a leg.
one of those.
What's your AC?
15.
Okay, no. He kind of snaps, and you again preparedness. You just kind of take a kind of a sweeping step back. You're still kind of blocking the door.
Yeah.
There's still a lot more fumbling and crashing, and then it stops.
Okay, since I dodged, I'm just going to step back towards the door, hand crossbow and blade drawn, and I'm just going to prepare the dodge action. Say to them, listen, there's no need to fight about this. You're both people of words. Well, you, Nana, Sykes, not so much. Let's figure this out like rational people. Or I can gut you and leave you dead here. I don't care.
Except, and I'm not sure if you're the best at counting, Thane. There's 1, 2, 3, 3 of us.
I like those odds.
As do we, because easy pickings. And at this stage, she's kind of just, the hammer is on the ground, and she's just kind of swinging it back and forth. Give me a perception check.
Cool. She's got 2 hammers. Perception, that's 21.
You don't see Sykes.
With that 21?
Yeah, gone. Like, it's the first thing you know, he's not there at all.
Well, alright.
Now, there's 1, 2, and she looks back. There's 2 of us.
Yeah.
And
1 of me.
yeah, and let's go. And again,
As just as a bonus action, I step forward 1 step, and I look her dead in the eye. I take my blade, and I just lightly draw it across my neck, and now I have my crimson right damage. So.
Okay. All right, we will come back to. We'll roll initiative, and then we will come back to the woods.
That is a 14.
You're going first.
Cool.
Then Nana, then Rash.
Nice.
Okay. Cut to the woods, and just in the distance, you can make out a woman running towards you, kind of carrying a bag or like a makeshift bag, and she's just bolting it into the woods, and she's just running towards you. My love, you must come. There's some dangerous men after me, and you must protect me. You must save me from them. They must not bring me home.
I look at her. I look at Hephaestus and Fia, and I sort of do that look of, like, I don't say anything. I'm sort of just like,
You heard your wife.
all right then, sweetie.
Coming up behind her very, very fast, you see Sykes giving chase. He's got his sword drawn.
I draw my short bow.
Okay, this is going to be weird. We've got 2 separate combat happening.
Yes.
So we are going to go with you guys and give me an initiative roll.
Ooh.
Natural 20.
13.
And 13.
Okay, so of the 2 of you, who has the higher dex?
I have 15.
17.
Ooh, nice.
So I'm just going to call out to Sykes and motion to Eugenia and just be like, is this who you're after?
Yeah.
Right. Take her.
Right, yeah, he is now kind of on her and kind of has one arm wrapped kind of around her waist, and the sword is drawn and kind of up around. Now, he's not pressing it against her, but he has it kind of in defense. Yeah.
I'm kind of like looking at Nate because, like, obviously being like the whole romantic thing and the fact that they're married and stuff. I'm like, what are you doing? That's your wife.
I cast Bane. So Sykes has to make a charisma saving throw.
And he's got plenty of that.
Weirdly enough, I think I might have copy and pasted these in the wrong way. So yeah, I definitely did. He's got +1 and Nana has -4. I definitely pasted those into the wrong stack.
She's all style and no substance.
Everything else does make sense. You're just like, what? I will. Yeah. So I'll be rolling for that. What's your spell saving?
13.
Oh, 11.
Oh, cool. Okay, so he has that now, and then I'm going to. She's old, man. I'm gonna wrench her from his grasp.
Okay, so you're gonna on your
So-
bonus action run towards them. He's actually going to attack because you're now approaching, and he's reacting to that. And he's going to actually try and shoot you with his crossbow. Oh, for the love of God! I'm assuming your AC is higher than 10.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. He got 10. Well, he didn't. He got 14, and then obviously 4 off. So he got 10. Yeah, he draws the crossbow and he fires, but he fired too quickly, and it just shoots wildly, and it just whizzes into the woods. It is Eugenia, and she is she's thrashing around, so she's going to see if she can get free. And it's going to be a strength opposing rolls. So for oh my God,
And then roll. And then
She did it. She did it.
She rolled a 5. He rolled a 2 + 2.
And he would have had to roll the d4.
Oh
and
my God,
that's a-
actually.
Yeah, so he's got like negative.
He rolled a 1, unnatural 1. So
Oh my god.
yeah, she's thrashing around, and she just kind of wriggles about in such a way, and he's much taller than her and much bigger than her, and she just kicks back, and she manages to boot him into the nuts.
Nice.
He winces, drops, and she's immediately on her hands and feet, and she's just scrambling up, and she runs straight into your arms. Oh, Nathaniel, what? The drama of it all. It's like something from a novel.
Tell me about it.
And the second she's in your hands, all you smell are mothballs and lavender, and her skin feels a little bit loose, and she is a tiny, tiny, frail dandelion. Like there is nothing rock chick, buxomy, hardcore edge about this woman at all. This is not Dire Heart Raven.
But she sounds so cute.
I'm just gonna run
You're going to start
with
running.
her in my arms.
Okay.
And as I run, I'm gonna just look to Hephaestus and be like, "Fuck you, vicious mockery."
I'd like to make it clear that I haven't actually hurt him or attempted to at any point.
Just
Physically, yeah.
Emotionally.
yeah, well,
So if you can
What does
hear
that even
me,
mean?
You have to make a wisdom saving throw.
That's
15? 15.
Yeah, you got it. You don't know damage there.
Thank God.
She's used to your negs.
So
Yeah.
Okay. As you were, so we're going to say that was your goal effectively.
Yep.
Hephaestus, how are you reacting? So you, just, Nathaniel has rushed, or Nate has just rushed past you, carrying Eugenia in his arms. What are you doing?
Oh, jeez.
I do like your friends.
That makes one of us.
No, and she kind of just brushes her hand against your cheek, and it holds it just a little longer than you would have liked.
Yeah, run. Savor, you asshole. And then I'm going to Eldritch Blast a tree in front of them to try and knock it down.
It's like one of those really dodgy, like late 2000s rom-coms. Like, I hate her, but I love her so much. Yep.
Hit that tree.
Oh, I missed the tree with a big old 2.
Okay. Yeah. Again, it's more just out of frustration that before you even realized what you're doing, you're like your hand is up, and this energy just culminates, and you just hear in the back of your mind, just kind of in your ear, "Do it, girl. Get him." And just it's just rage and fury, and this fire just bursts into your hand, and it's blue and it's navy and it's purple and then it's hot, and it just erupts, and a nearby tree just immediately just explodes and splinters. It is nowhere near you. You're totally fine. In fact, the tree does not exist anymore. It's just evaporated.
In fact, it's been blasted out of your way and you have a clear path.
Thanks. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to shoot my short bow at Sykes. 7, 3, 10.
You rolled a 10.
Well, I got 10 hit.
That's not going to do buckus to me.
No, she rolled 15 to hit.
Oh, 15
and
to
to
Sorry,
hit.
okay. She rolled
And
15 to
damage.
hit. Okay, that does it.
Never mind.
And 10, you kind of step into the path that Nate was running on, and you draw your short bow and you release the arrow, and just as Sykes kind of just recovers and is beginning to kind of get his bearings again, you strike him right into the shoulder with an arrow, and he's kind of he's knocked back, and he just gets up and he just roars out, "Nana, Rash, get your asses here!" And we cut to a few moments earlier where you guys rolling for we rolled for initiative.
We did roll for initiative.
You were going first.
Yep.
Rash and then Nana.
Cool. So how close is Nana to me?
You'd be on her and her. Like, you're not. There's no great distance between.
Cool. I can use my movement to get to her.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. I'll run and attack her. I'll take my saber and just lunge forward and straight for the center of mass and stab her.
As you go to do this, interesting thing about Rash, he is Sykes' dog.
Yeah.
He loves Nana, and the second you lunge straight out, you can please make the attack.
He gets an opportunity attack.
An opportunity attack on you straight away.
Yeah, that's a 16 to hit.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Then for damage, that's a D8 plus 3. That's 9 damage. And then with my bonus action, I'm going to whip around and draw my hand crossbow and shoot her point blank with my hand crossbow.
Okay.
That's a 17 to hit. That'd be 5 damage. So 14 damage total.
You set on her straight away, and as prepared, you've never fought her, and she's never fought you. She was in defense, but it wasn't enough. She didn't think you'd come this hard at her. You hit her with your first attack, and you spin. You dive at her with your sword, and then you turn with your other free hand, and you're spinning around. Rash sets his teeth straight into you. 5 damage in total as he sinks his teeth into you. And then you need to give me a strength saving throw.
Oh, that's a natural one.
Okay, you are knocked prone.
Okay.
So again, as you were kind of spun around, you still get the shot off, but you are almost, I mean, as big and all as you are and as imposing as you can be, you are like a rag doll to Rash. And he has you by the leg, and he's just like, again, why am I doing this?
Just love being a dog.
I do. This is why I do this podcast, so I can do the doggy noises. He is set on you, and his jaws are sinking into your thigh. It is Nana's action, and with prone,
she gets advantage.
Yes. Okay, 22.
Yeah, that's gonna do it.
So 8 damage.
Wowza.
She brings the hammer straight down on top of you. You're trying to defend yourself and get the dog off you at the same time, but she catches you right into the chest as you bring your arm up, and she clocks you straight down. I really didn't think this is what we'd be doing today, Thane, but
it was your choice.
Well, a wage is a wage. And she takes kind of a step back in kind of readiness, and again, in defense. This is what she's about.
Well, get your dog off me and let's do this properly if we're going to do it.
I thought you said this was fair game. Rash is going to again, like just you might have rabies.
Yeah.
Potatoes, thigh, what's the difference?
He can't tell the difference. It is your action.
Okay, I'm going to use half my movement to get up, as one does, to get out of prone. And again, I'm just going to, if she only took a few steps back, I'm just going to whack at her. Again, same thing. Oof, no, that's not good. That's 13 to hit her.
No.
Okay, and now I'm going to hit her with my hand crossbow. Okay, that's a 20. So.
Yeah. Again, it's more just you take a step forward, but the pain in your thigh, because he's still on you lunge forward with your blade again, and she just kind of steps straight back, completely forgetting the crossbow.
Okay, that's 9 damage.
As quickly as you react with the crossbow, she tries to, not deflect it, but just kind of protect herself. And she brings her hand up, and it gets her right in between the elbow, like it's literally gone right through. She lets out a howling scream and then holds her arm, throwing the hammer, like what her energy has, into her hand, and is now kind of like holding it, and she's pissed.
Come on, call it quits, Nana. We're not going to kill each other because of some old rich bitch.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
You shot me in the arm. And then Rash is literally kind of is rearing back, kind of to bring his paws straight down on you, and then all you hear in the distance is, Nana, Rash, get your asses here. "Oh, you lucky son of a bitch."
Yeah, sure,
Rash.
call it that.
And she doesn't turn and run because she's not an idiot. She takes a couple of steps away from you towards the edge of the house.
Yeah,
and she runs her movement.
Yeah, I point my crossbow down, just be like, yeah,
Okay.
leave.
Rash does this. It's like,
Come on, Rash.
and then kind of looks at you. He's like, and he's kind of smiling in his eyes. Kind of, he's like, I didn't want to do this, but
You did good, buddy. You'll get me next time.
And he wiggles his butt at you. And then he runs after.
Cool. You know that healing word scroll that I found last episode?
Yeah.
I'm going to use that.
Okay, I will come to that. You doing that in a second, because around the side of the house, you see him bounding through. Well, Fia and Hephaestus do. Rash just literally running through the forest with Anna on top of him, and they are bounding through the forest, and they run straight past Sykes, who she just kind of nods at, and it is Hephaestus' action.
Come on, Fia. This isn't our job. They are here to do this. This is what they're doing. Let them have her.
Yeah, but what about Nate?
What about him?
I'm here standing up for my friend and his new romance.
Friend? Do you even know him? If you did, you wouldn't be friends with him.
Doesn't matter right now. Okay, I'm going to aim my crossbow or my short bow at the dog.
Oh!
All right, we might have to fight.
And they say
To this, collectively, we all just looked at Louise as if she was Hitler.
she out of the group.
She's out of the group, everyone. She's out of the group. She actually nat 20s this dog. He does not have a lot of HP.
Do it.
Okay.
That's 17 to hit.
Yeah, which does, because he's a dog, Louise.
8.
Louise, don't you have 2 dogs?
I do, yes. 8 damage.
Oh my god.
No,
Saving throws?
You're the DM.
this one does.
So,
Oh my god.
right, with her short bow, Fia readies and then releases an arrow. And straight away, Sykes sees who you're aiming at, and it's all kind of slow motion. He's like, no, and Nana is like, oh my god, you monster! And Rash is like, huh? And the arrow catches the dog straight into the chest. Monster. And you just hear a yelp just echo throughout the forest. And he goes straight down, and Nana is thrown from his back and falls prone. He's not getting up, everybody.
Oh
Is it my go?
It is Nate's go, yes.
I'm just going to keep running, and I'm going to use my action to dash as well as use my full action.
Okay, so you're going double the distance.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a strength roll, though, because she's a slip of a thing, but you're picking up the pace here. I just want to make sure you're not going to drop her or anything.
Woof.
Ooh, 1 unnatural, not a natural one.
Oh, natural one.
Unnatural.
Okay. Yeah, you're just. It's just awkward. Like the forest is getting thicker. Like the trees are growing kind of more denser as you're running, because you're not running into herb anymore. You're running away from the town. Mm-hmm. In the distance, you actually make out the now charred corpse of the boar. You can't really see much behind you because you've just burst, but you are wrecked. Like you're actually feeling tired, even though she's not that heavy. And she just looks up at you in your eyes. My love, put me down. You're clearly out of breath. Your forehead is glistening with sweat. I will tend to you, please.
Okay, I drop her to the floor.
Okay.
She's like a bowling ball.
Gingerly drop her.
Oh no, not at all. No, I just I drop her to the floor, hands on my thighs, and
She just kind of places a hand on your back and then another on your chest, and she's just like, breathe.
ooh, I can smell the cheese and onion coming off her breath.
And the lard. Don't get the lard. You must take a rest, even for a few moments. She's kind of looking around. We seem to have lost my would-be captors, thanks to you, my love, and your sprightly legs. And her hands just kind of and her hands kind of run over your body a little bit.
I know a cave nearby.
Oh.
A secluded cave that.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Then show me the way, my love, and please, my own 2 legs can carry me there.
Could you carry me?
I can try. She's gonna roll strength here. Oh my god.
Is it like when a mom's kid gets caught under a car and like the adrenaline?
It is. It's
Sorry, can I also say this is the second old person I've seduced in this game?
Yeah.
Nate's got a type.
Stops though. I think he just licking his head doesn't count as seduction.
I don't know.
She felt very seduced to me. Yeah, you. Ridiculous. She got a 17, lads.
Wow.
She buff.
It's all that, like, it's all the heavy fur she carries. And again, you're not exactly, a muscle daddy either. Like, you're a whipping rat.
That is exactly what Nate is not.
I'm more of an otter, I would imagine.
A sleek, lean otter. She just awkwardly kind of like, one hand under your leg, another arm kind of around you, and she scoops you up, and she's not running around, but she is sort of carrying you, and she's struggling, but she's got this, and her movements are sturdy and strong. She manages to clear the clearing, and again to the next thicket of trees, and then at the bottom of that hill you can see the mouth to Swallow's Cave.
Let's rest up here for a while.
Of course, and she kind of puts you down. She's like, my arms, and she takes your hand and starts to kind of walk down the hill towards the cave.
Okay. I whip my hand back. I look her in the eye and I say, no, I'm not good enough for you.
Nathaniel.
I failed you, my dear.
Nathaniel, what?
I am ashamed.
Please, no, don't, my darling. You don't understand.
Don't look at me.
And she looks away really awkwardly, like she's looking at anything other than you now.
And I run into the cave.
Oh my god.
Okay, you run into the cave, and she's just standing there awkwardly, like trying to figure out what's going on, what's happening. And after a few minutes of that sort of like, do I follow him? Do I not follow him? She runs into the cave after you, or begins to. We return to the scene in the forest, and Anna is charging straight towards you with her hammer fully drawn, screaming every curse word that she knows, Jerry Springer style. Meanwhile, Sykes is tending to Rash. Oh, it's a Christmas miracle.
What did he get?
And 21.
Oh,
Wow.
It's a Christmas miracle. You're not allowed to talk anymore, Louise. You're not a dog.
wait till your dogs hear this.
Yeah.
You're in trouble.
Sykes is kind of like he's bent over and he's kind of pulled the arrow out of Rash. This dog has been in worse scraps than this, everybody, and he is going to pull through. He is a goddamn fighter, and he will rip out Fia's throat in a second. And then Louise will be permanently out of the group.
Oh man. I was only trying to slow the dog down, not kill it.
And look what happened.
And Sykes is doing his action. Eugenia is gone. Rash is almost dead thanks to Louise. It is Nana's action, and she is going to try and crush your head.
Okay.
With a natural 20. So, because she's well mad. 14 damage.
Oh shit.
She runs straight up and then leaps into the air, bringing the hammer over her head, and then swings it straight across and smashes into you and brings the hammer straight down into your back, sending you both rolling and falling to the ground. And she's on top of you, and she is just punching, scratching, ripping your hair out.
Yeah.
As protective as the dog, as Rash is of her, like, next to Sykes, who she's madly in love with, this dog is her best friend, and you shot it almost point blank, Louise, in the heart. Give me a strength saving throw.
9.
No, yeah, you're not prone, so you have disadvantage.
Great.
It is
I have 2 health.
Vesta. As you're kind of watching everything happen, you see that Rash is kind of on his feet, and Sykes has taken a small little piece of paper from his side satchel, has kind of unfurled it, and again is casting a small little spell, and on his turn he'll try and heal the dog.
So sad.
I'm going to cast Sleep on Fia.
Okay, you cast sleep on an elf.
Okay.
Uh,
All right, hang on. So it is within a 20-foot radius.
And you can target
Is
more
everybody
than...
within 20 feet of her?
Nana is a dwarf, so she's not immune
Okay, so what's her health at?
currently.
Yeah.
Is it more
Or
or,
is it
less
currently,
than?
or is it...
I'd say it's
No,
less than
currently,
26.
isn't it?
Yeah.
It
It's
is
gotta be.
exactly 26.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Fuck that bitch.
Oh, I might have just fucked up, boys.
No, because she goes sleep.
Yeah, Sykes doesn't.
Nana just instantly collapses on top of you.
Nice.
As soon as she does, I throw my hands up and I'm like, I'm not trying to hurt anybody. There's no reason for us to be fighting you. I want you guys to get your job done.
Sykes kind of looks at you, and you see that he's got the piece of paper kind of completely unfurled, and it just glows for a second, and he places it kind of on the wound, and Rash, the wound kind of closes up, and he kind of shakes and kind of rolls himself.
Good boy.
And then Sykes just kind of whistles, and then just points, and Rash just starts running, and he runs right past the both of you. Thane, what are you up to?
I use that healing word scroll that I have just to
Yes.
heal myself up a bit because I'm hurting. Cool, that's 7, so I heal 7 because it's plus my spell modifier, which
Yeah.
is a 3. And I'm just gonna follow the trail that they made off into the
Bloody
woods.
trail it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I follow along.
You run straight in, and yeah, you come across a rather bizarre scene. As you start to approach,
Yeah.
Sykes is kind of standing, like he's got a crossbow pointed, a sword pointed at you, and it's in a kind of a weird standoff.
Looks like we got ourselves an old Tezrab standoff, Sykes.
Yep.
So, where's Nana's sleeping body in relation to all this?
On top of
On top of Fia?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm holding my hand crossbow up, pointed at Sykes. With another hand, I pull my manacles out of my bag and I toss them to Fia. And I'm like, you tie her up, you lock her up. I don't want her doing anything.
God, I'm trying to
tie her
fix
up.
this.
I would suggest you not do that.
I stop what I'm doing.
Well, Sykes, if you remember, I suggested we didn't fight. And then you guys decided to fight. So,
You attempted to take our contract, so
it's a contract you weren't able to do yourselves. Let's be real. And you're trying to come between young love. Well, middle-aged, middling, weird. Some kind of love.
at this exact moment, you have headed into the cave, and Eugenia is trying to figure out whether she's going to go in or not. And then a howl just erupts. It echoes down the cave at you. And then it just seems to kind of reverberate through the forest. And Sykes just kind of tips and then runs towards, just starts to run towards you. And in one motion, just kind of bends straight down.
I shoot him.
Okay, give me an attack roll.
Cool. That is a 15.
Okay, you'll hit.
7 damage.
Right, you release a crossbow bolt. It flies across, catching him in the leg, and he kind of runs, and he just he's kind of running out, and he puts too much effort on, and he falls straight down, kind of tumbling. There, you just see running on the 3 line, running towards you was Rash, who, on seeing this, just runs in the opposite direction. You hear from inside the cave the shriek of a woman, and then just nothing except the cave and the echo drifting in on top of you. The rest of you are kind of standing. Sykes is holding his leg. Nana is coming to her senses again, very, very slowly. But she's looking around, and it's a job well done. A messy well done, but well done. So, what are we doing now? And you see Sykes is holding his leg, and he's kind of pointing at it, and he's kind of looking at her, and he's pointing at his leg.
I have no idea.
How about you let us go, and we get paid for our job, and I'm sure Mr. Flotsam is going to retaliate in no way against you. I'm sure he's going to be rather interested in the fact that one of your companions, Thane, is now his charming brother-in-law.
I'm sure I'll be really interested to hear about how you totally floofed a really easy job of getting an old lady, too.
The old lady has been retrieved. That was the job. You idiots went off and married her. And
Well, not all of us.
You were in more shit than you realize, my friend. And she's kind of on her feet. She slings the hammer kind of across a loop over her shoulder, and kind of winces at the motion because of her arm. And then she kind of picks Sykes up, and she just kind of, again, 2 fingers to her forehead and just tips them at you. Tezrab, in a week's time, points on me.
We'll see.
Might want to get that dog bite looked at as well. Rash hasn't had his shots. And they just kind of, they're literally in bits. And they both start kind of hobbling back in towards, or What are you guys doing?
Where's Nate? Where's Nathaniel?
I don't know why we care anymore. I don't know why I'm
Nate,
with
what are
you
you up
two
to?
anymore.
So I'll come out of the cave to see what happened to the woman.
She's
It's
not
curiosity, though. It's not
there.
not feelings.
On the ground, you just see kind of half a broken tiara.
So I sort of pick it up, realizing that it's obviously like a very expensive
Yes,
piece of
very
jewelry.
expensive. I mean, you don't know anything about jewelry or anything like that. Like with this, as you're kind of looking at this, you see that your
Bling,
three
bling.
companions have approached the edge of this hill.
I look at the tiara, I look at the ring on my finger, and if there were a camera, I would look straight to it and kind of go, "Oh yeah."
This was Romancing the Dungeon. I've been and will continue to be Declan, your DM. We're back in 2 weeks with another episode, but if you need more romance in your life and you just can't wait, why not spread the love and leave us a review? You can start following us on Twitter and Instagram at Romancing the Dungeon, or join our group on Facebook, facebook.com/groups/romance dungeon. And big shout out to Martin Ryan, the guy behind our awesome theme song. So if you like what you hear, don't forget to find Martin on SoundCloud, Facebook and Spotify.
And
That was Louise laughing.
we'll be ending the episode there. Thank you very much for listening to
Tune in next time. Tune in next time for Rash's funeral. It'll be 3 hours long.
For this time of year, I want to remind everybody that dogs aren't just for Christmas.
They're for Louise's target practice.
They are.